Hello and welcome guys, my name is Aditya Pawar and let's start our journey to the universe. So, this is the second episode of our Big Bang series. So, the people who have not seen our first episode about the Hubble's redshift and our main episode from the starting of the Big Bang introduction, those can see on the I button above. So, let's start our journey. So the people who have not subscribed, liked, share and commented my video. So please subscribe my video to get more updates and please get the notification bell to all to get all my updates on new videos and get new information. So let's start our journey. So first of all, I am going to talk about CMBR. So this video is on CMBR. So what is CMBR? CMBR is cosmic microwave background radiation, which is present everywhere in the universe and was practically founded by Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson at the Mount Wilson telescope. So let's start. From the history, the first people in 1948 were Alpha and Herman. So they started the journey of to find out the CMBR. So first, they founded that the CMBR was 5 kelvins. Then they founded that it was 28 kelvin. This got all wrong because of the Alfred Baer's mistake about the Hubble's constant. So they decided to keep their idea to the university. And furthermore, then in 1965, Arno Penzias and Robert Wilson, two astronomers at the Bell Observatories, with the Horn telescope, were finding something in space, were detecting something in space, and quickly they founded some noise or some glow of something which was present in the space, which was very far away. So they wondered, why is this coming? So they searched all the area, but there was nothing. So they think that there were birds, there were electrical signals, there were electric bird droppings. So they cleaned all the area and turned the telescope to another direction. Now that when the telescope were on the another direction, they simultaneously were spotting and founding the same noise, the same glow from the universe. So they started to think, what was that glow or noise from the universe? So now we know it as the CMBR. So as the universe started, when it was Big Bang, the soup of plasma of neutrinos, then it started and it after 370,000 years, the CMBR was formed of the photon decoupling. So when the CMBR formed, it was in the infrared spectrum. You know that electromagnetic spectrum. So in the infrared spectrum, the radiation was. As the universe cooled down and expanded, the infrared spectrum come toward the microwave spectrum. So now we know our CMBR as the microwave radiation. As the universe gets more cooler and more cooler, it will be more shorter. The radiation will be more shorter or more higher. So it came from the infrared spectrum to the microwave spectrum. That's why we detected it in the microwave vision. So now, how did this CMBR formed after the universe? So this was the afterglow. We call it as the afterglow of the CMBR, afterglow of the Big Bang. It formed during the decoupling, you have known as the decoupling word. So in the photon decoupling, as I have said in the Big Bang introduction, so those who have not watched can particularly watch in the I button above and stay tuned to know the whole journey. So in the photon decoupling, what happened was that after 370,000 years after the Big Bang has occurred, the photons and electrons combined to form the first ever nuclei, which was hydrogen nuclei, and then formed the helium nuclei. So these were the primordial gases, two main primordial gases, to which they have evolved to 118 gases today as we know as the periodic table, elementary periodic table in chemistry. So these two gases were the main roles, play the main roles in the 118 gases. Now, as they the both together, photons, protons or and electrons form together to form the nuclei because of the weak interaction. So this was the epoch of matter, matter dominant epoch. As I have said in the Big Bang, there were two epochs after the Big Bang. So the first epoch, which created the CMBR, was the radiation epoch, which is namely and mainly dominated for radiation, which was passed out by the Big Bang. And then, as the universe cooled down, the matter formed, and matter and antimatter both collided with gravity and then formed the galaxies we know. And as the galaxies get developing, as the atomic gas gathered the hydrogen matter and antimatter, and the helium matter and antimatter collided together, they formed the atomic gas. And as the atomic gas formed, the stars, we call them stars, the whole atomic gas, as you know from the evolution of star or star cycle. So first there is nebula and then stars were formed out. So there were two, giants and supergiants. So in giants they get a little bigger and then shrink to white dwarfs. But in the supergiants they grow bigger and bigger, and then they form into a supernova collision, which scientists call supernova second, that collision. And then the collision is more further converted into a neutron star or a black hole. And some remnants of the exploding stage goes back towards the nebula. And that's how the cycle goes on. So in this CMBR, photon decoupling is the major, because that was also explains us the matter dominant era, which is forwarded. So it explains us radiation dominated era. So now we are going to understand where does this CMBR comes into place. So some of you have known the Planck's black body radiation. So it is a graph representing how the what are the energies and what is the heat. So now where does our CMBR comes in? So we have already spared as the expansion of the universe is equal to 3000 Kelvin. That why the is equal to, and this whole equation is what is the CMBR. So the 3000 Kelvin. So in that graph, if we draw, so 3000 Kelvin comes in here. But if we expanded the graph and expanded the length, then it will come like that. So it will go up and come down spontaneously like that. But in the black body radiation, it is up to 5000 Kelvin, which is you can see it in the Wikipedia images I have given here. So that where our CMBR comes in. So stay tuned for the second part of this CMBR video. Stay tuned for the second part. And please subscribe our channel, subscribe, like if you like, share to get others more knowledge about this understanding of our universe, because our humanity has only a lifetime of about 100 years and not have a lifetime of infinity as the universe have. That's my thought. So share as much as you can possible and stay tuned for our next video. Share, like, subscribe and comment if any doubts or if you want to share something with me. Thank you and thank you very much.